Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime, we saw that Lena had arrived in the city of Athena to find Dratina, and there she met Flower Hat, the head of the investigation bureau. She was also looking for Dratina, because she might know something about the dragon, and together they started looking for her, but Flower Hat's informant brought the entire biodata on Dratina. That girl comes from Bellberry family, and after Dratina awoke her necromancer skill, her family began to face misfortune. Even her father abandoned her thinking she's cursed. And the townspeople also kept their distance from her. Girl had a rough life, and that's when Holy Sister took her in. And now Dratina was about to perform in a dance show dedicated to the Spirit King. It was important for her to show the people she's not cursed, but Flower Hat didn't care. So Lena showed mercy and swoops her away from there. Thanks to that, Dratina was going to a safe house with Lena that was owned by her family, and they could hide for 2 days until the Dance of Fairies, but Lena brings up about her connection with Holy Sister and asked why she attacked her and Light. Because Lena believes Dratina cannot be a bad person, some children came by and realized these two would be dancing in the fairy dance event. So Lena clarifies that she is not the one dancing in the event, but Dratina is, and the kids were looking forward to it, but their parents came and told them not to get close to Dratina. She has faced this thing since her childhood, but suddenly a man came in panic, and before he could say anything, monsters started attacking, and Lena quickly got into action. The fairy stone's purification power should keep them away, yet the monsters are here, and Dratina uses her powers to save a child, and everyone notices this. But a small beast was also saving people, and Lena quickly gets to him and saves him from a monster, but there were too many monsters incoming, and Dratina lends her a helping hand. There the little one suddenly started barking at Dratina. But it wasn't directed to her, it was warning them about the thing behind her. The black mist was forming up, and it opened a gate for the monster to come out. It was about to kill people. But Yuan used his vines to save them all, Flower Hat, and he showed up on time, and she asked others to get to the cathedral. It's the biggest structure with defense mechanisms installed in it with a barrier, but no one knows about it because it wasn't used for so long, but Flower Hat had dug this up from old information. So she instructed the knights to take the peoples there, but aside from that, Flower Hat took them all to the place where all this black mist is gathered. It's the same fairy stone that had purifying properties and have protected the town until now. So Flower Hat wants to take a closer look since all the miasma are gathering. And the cathedral already deployed the barrier. Looking at it, the perpetrator was pleased. And away from there, Light was doing his training non-stop, and Monica's father tells her about Light. She was also pushing herself to the limits, as she's making a perfect sword for Light that could withstand Light's power, and Monica saw Light doing the same to achieve his dream, and wished to help him achieve his dream. Light wants to become stronger as fast as he can, but for Lena, she and her team were getting near to the crystal. And Dratina still couldn't understand how the stone that purifies the miasma is attracting it now. An answer was simple. Someone had done something to it. And Flower Hat thought of just destroying this stone, which Dratina couldn't agree. But they also don't have time to find any other way. And Dratina said if they break the stone, there will be no dance and she will lose her chance to clear out misconception about her. But unless they break it, the monsters will keep showing up. So they have to work together. There the perpetrator who did all of this appears. He was controlling the miasma and opened the gate to bring out his monster, and Lena quickly took the fight and used that monster to reach the guy. But as she strikes him, Yuan brings her back and nothing happens to him. His name was Argos, and he said he's here for revenge. His revenge is to kill all humans and reclaim this land, for which he summoned even more of his minions to do his binding, and sends them all at Lena and others. Flower Hat realized that destroying the stone would have to be quickly. But their mobility fighting in this water is limited, and only Dratina can fly. So there that little beast made the crystal stair, leading to the crystal, and Lena was making her there. Argos tried to interfere, but Flower Hat diverted his attention with her attack. Lena became concerned for Flower Hat, but Yuan told her not to worry after all. She's a bureau head reason. So Lena goes on ahead, and Flower Hat was completely unscathed. Even that guy recalls hearing about the investigation bureau head, but she has skill based on investigation, not a combat skill. So Flower Hat shows him he's wrong. Well, she did have non-combat skill, but she used it to read forbidden books that gives the reader its powers just by looking at them. It's called a grimoire. And there's 48 of them in total sealed beneath the holy city, so she used that knowledge. First she used ice, and then she used the stone power. Flower Hat was having fun. So Argos again calls out more monster, but Flower Hat caged it all in her thunder cage, and asked Lena to do that quickly. But Drattina still fears that town would be exposed to monsters if the stone is destroyed, and Lena was puzzled about it too. Should she find another way to destroy it? And Flower Hat told her to clear up mind and think. It will be her own decision, and Lena knew Light would have resolved this without destroying the stone, but not like him. And right now, she has to make the tough call to save the town, so Lena took all the burden, and went on ahead to destroy it. Lena broke it up, and the center of miasma was gone now. It puts Argos in a bind, but he still had an ace up his sleeve. He used every ounce of his miasma to call out the water god, or simply another dragon. It was targeting Lena, and Drattina saved her. Its attack could easily reach the town, and Drattina falls into a daze, but Lena believes in her, and asks for help even though she herself was scared, and seeing that Drattina agreed. But our episode 10 ends right there, so stay tuned to watch another episode of this anime, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates.